Alright, so whether it's from knife and doing like the spines and the blocks, I still think a lot of it is going in and out 2-3 steps, 2 or 3, like all the way in and all the way out, but really getting that head off the line. Like even at the end of Katana, that's where I was starting to get like hit a little bit because I was thinking too much about the offense and the forward. Yeah. But footwork and the head off the line, and if we do get close enough, don't start reaching or trying to do it with the hands too much, move ourselves around the weapon, but stepping forward as we're doing it, we get the bumps and the lines properly, instead of us trying to like do it with our weapon and doing like this, move around it ourselves. But always, whoever does the footwork wins. We can do the exact same move, but whoever steps into a better position. Yeah, lower head and behind the weapon. Yeah, back to 2 hands still, I reckon. Yeah. Okay. Still range dependent, you still can go wider, like the toes checklist and stuff, but it's very out at this range. If I come in closer, I'm T-Rex, or just moving like this. Yeah. Again, you hope you're just saving it.
One went in.
Yeah.
I extended back.
I think that's what I realized. I think I saw you step a bit with it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
I should have just T-Rexed. I thought spine.
Yeah.
And without the footwork.
Yeah, you just did the hand. Yeah. So you actually got the back of my wrist.
Yeah.
But it was the back of the blade.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
If I had used footwork, I would have been able to come around.
I think it would have been fine with the weapon if I didn't step. Like if I did this, it would have just nicked it past. But the second I stepped with it, it just got too big. Yeah.
That's the trouble. We're getting used to just moving that range.
If you that one there, if you can't move the step, I think there's a roof block.
Yeah,
so I think as I go over then I have to go back. Yeah. But once again, you realise like if I wanted that spine to work, the foot would have to go with it. Even if you're down here, even if it was just a little, or it could be forward as well. You could fall in. Anything that changes the hips or the shoulders, it can be forward or backwards. There, because I think you're kind of going forward, it might have actually been better for you to step.
It would have.
Yeah. That second one, if I just didn't pull my foot down, he would have got me. I didn't see it. Okay, go. Oh, nice. You got me on that one. Squared my wrist up to you afterwards. Yeah, whatever you fix, you can't read you. And it feels like I'm always detrimentally stepping into something. But when I stop stepping, now you beat me with footwork. Okay. So I'm like, your movement makes me feel like a trap when I'm going forward. So I'm starting to want to chase you, but then I'm going, I don't know. But then because of that, now I'm doing 1, 2, just in and out while you're going 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. And then you just kick off, and now you're like, because I'm doing 1 or 2, you're now timing my foot, and your hands out, like you're doing stuff like this where you just go, stab, you're just coming through to getting me with little things. Like,
So
you're hitting my gloves and my weapon and my head a little bit.
this was the footwork and movement I used to do to make sure I could move anywhere.
Yeah, your head's getting off the line, you're doing heaps of pivots, but you're not just doing a pivot and then re-entering.
Yeah.
You're then exiting again and shuffling and pivoting. I can't tell if you're entering or not.
Yeah.
And
It's when that stops, everything's too big.
nearly every time I've done any offense, you've floated away and then re-entered behind it, and I've been open, and then you've just taken advantage of my open. Whereas every time it's like you're setting it up off my movement, and then every time it's been my detriment, which is really good.
But I felt okay bringing down as well for a second to bite you in.
That's what I mean. Like,
I wasn't.
you're not just doing like chain defenses.
Yeah.
Like you are doing pauses and you are entering and exiting. You're doing all of the ranges. Like it's really good.
Yeah.
I feel like you've adapted what you were talking about on the other two.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten as close as on the katana.
That's
going to happen.
The closeness, and also making.
This is always more flexible and faster, so it disappears a bit quicker than the katana.
Yeah.
We can get to here and could very easily just slide off, and you have to like go backwards and keep moving. So even if we get these, a lot of time it ends up being a disconnection again, and then someone re-entering it. Like,
Also, I wouldn't say I've ticked off my spines with footwork. Like I'm spining, but it's
I reckon if you can maintain what you've already done, keep focusing on that spine, really going up over the shoulder. It's not going to your center line, because whenever you go to your center line, that's where it's not working. I'm bringing the low part over my shoulder, and that way it's moving my head and my feet with it. So mate, if you had that, that's great.
Yeah, I gotta get close.
As long as it's not making you think too much.
That was all good.
Your lag seems gone now.
Yeah, that's gone.
Yeah.
But if I try to focus coming in,
That's
then I'm
it,
going to be
you
thinking.
might have a half-beat lag, and then So mate, once again, this is where I'll test it for a couple, and if I notice a lag, I'll blank out again and get rid of it, or I will take away the focus so that I'm present. And once I'm present again for a bit, then I'll go back to the focus, and I'll switch in between so that I'm not just lagging and I'm not just not focusing.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta mix it between with some opponents. Some people are dangerous enough that if you don't focus, they just start lagging on you.
I didn't want to do that. Yeah, I'm thinking.
Even my attack was sloppy though. It was like,
Yeah, I've got to drive in a bit now.
I'm more worried about my hand.
Yeah, because I've hit your hands.
Yeah, but that's the last 5 shots have been hand shots.
I know.
So
I have to.
I can't let go of my body anymore.
This is where I don't want to push it back.
Yeah.
Because that's pushing it back.
It's now you have to bait.
That's what I just tried then. And nearly got decapitated. But that's.
But at least like, you're aware of it.
I had it in my head. I went, oh, that was a cheap shot.
Yeah, no.
Now I have to.
It's a valid shot if you can get it.
Yeah, but it's the old. It's not going to bring you in.
Make people not want to attack.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then when I did that, that was too much. I've gone from completely to have a look at this.
I was already retracting, so it was like wobbly. I was like, oh.
Yeah, so it's in between.
Yeah, but at least once again you realise you're like, oh, the hand shots made him back off.
Yeah.
I need a bait. You're reading the fight.
Yeah.
Once again, you guys are all thinking about the psychology side of it now, going, what did I just do to change him? Because he just changed.
Yeah.
What do I have to change to bring him back to where I was?
Well, you've backed off, and your shots are narrow.
Yeah.
So that's not what I want.
Yeah.
So I had to go back to winning.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
No.
I was just playing with footwork.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to dance this one out.
Yeah. I felt it was getting a bit too dance.
Yeah. That's I just went 0 offense and just go in and out with the dance, play defense and just wait and read. But I was at the beginning I just did it with closed, and all of a sudden the bubble just stayed So I was like, alright, I'm gonna have to do the wide
a bit
ones.
wider.
I have to open it so that now we can get close enough to the actual targets. Because even if you don't throw, it's what I've noticed is me closed makes you guys think defense.
Yeah.
Because you're going, oh, I'm loaded and there's no target, so I'll just think defense on footwork. If I do here, people start planning, going, oh, I could hit that to here, I could time that. Around. They start planning offense, so even if they haven't thrown it, they're lagging by half a beat. Yeah.
It's really got around.
I know, I was like, oh shit, he's coming in.
Yeah. No, I went really wide.
No, it was good. And like, you don't usually come in like that either.
Yeah.
I was like, oh crap. You know what, once again, maybe that's when we do a little bump.
Yes.
Like if you knock that, I go, oh shit. Like, I have to then try and matrix it with my head and footwork.
Because I've been doing so much T-Rex, I've been staying in this box. Yeah. So that's why I threw it out to here.
Yeah.
And
if that goes off, I have to fall away and maybe bump myself, but the timing is way harder. The timing on that bump is way easier than me bumping that over. Because that's like a golf swing.
Yeah. I felt if I went that little bit further, this is just here.
Oh yeah.
Whereas up here,
I
just
once again, you don't want to have to rely on that. You'd rather move yourself behind
but then it's natural.
Yeah.
It's
It's not you expanding. It's almost like you're just under it. Yeah. And just by chance, it just goes through like that.
And you would have gone, oh, that's a ledge, and I would go, well,
the head was there as the target before. So if you go for that stab there, and just move under that, you're so loaded and lined up. Okay. Once again, move yourself around the block. You've done well with all three weapons, you know.
But this is important to get this right. Too much.
Making me want to come off my body more. I know, right? Yeah, sometimes you're like, oh, alright.
Yeah.
They got to your fingers, but not your head.
It took my fingers to my head.
I don't think it would have got your head.
No, it was sliding over.
Yeah, I think you ducked it.
I got no fingers with it.
Hey, at least it's a non-weapon hand.
Yeah, it wasn't in there.
Yeah. You can still bump with your stump.
Yeah. But it has got wider.
Yeah. But it feels less dangerous now. It makes me want to step in.
Yeah.
But that's the purpose of the wider footwork and the wider attacks. Because now you're going, oh, he's not even really going for it. He's just lining stuff up.
Yeah.
And then you're going, and it also gives you the measurement a bit of the range. So I try to do it, but maybe not full extension. Have a slight bend, so that it looks wide, but it's still slightly bent, so that it's not full.
Well, if I do wide, I need to come back. As I'm doing it.
Go wide and then bring the elbow in.
Ready.
Even if it's out, the elbow's in.
At least
so it's so
then
quick
I've got
to
something.
move.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now you're thinking about a lot.
I was going to, what if I just stay in the middle?
Yeah, I was like, what if I just push forward? I was there and you're just there in the middle. I was like, oh shit, he stayed.
Brilliant. Yeah, no one will ask smart.
Once again, it's the beginning of each round when you're like, I'm going to try this. Either goes well or it just doesn't.
Yeah, we go,
like,
oh, it's really good. I'm going to go straight down the middle. With my head in the middle. Yeah.
Safe entering attempt.
No,
that was good. Like you attempted it, but you did it in a safe way.
I tried a couple.
I didn't want to go broken rhythm on the entry. you were behind it, your head rolled around it, you baited me enough to make me think before you did it. Right, which once again, if you didn't do the bait at the beginning, as you push forward,
if I just
that
did
bubble
that,
stays there, but you've made me come forward, which timed it right, which made you be able to get the entry.
Right.
Yeah, nice. I like doing 1 or 2 of those, and if you can feel that, now you know you can stay in.
Yeah.
Because if you can come in and do that and go, this is pretty good, and go out and say, can I get that? And if you don't get that, then you go, all right, next time I'm going to come in, I'm going to stay here, I'll continue and just keep going. Yeah. But you've done the safe one first, because sometimes you go in and they'll disappear or go under or like do something tricky, and now you know what their main plan is on pressure. So you need to know how they're going to react when you do that forward pressure before you fully commit to it, I think.
I'm worried about, as with Machete, it's so easy to separate.
Yeah.
Like at least Katana, you go, if I pushed them, it's hard.
Even if I go here and you separate,
yeah,
I'm still going for that.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to clamp this, because you can frame that and pull that away.
Yeah.
So I'm going, oh no. But if I realize that's there, I'm just going to go under towards straight into that. I want the wrist control of the weapon.
Yeah.
And even though I guess Katana you could do the separation too, but most of the time they're going to keep both on the Katana. I expect this to separate because it is separate usually. Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Did you want to check the time?
We got an alarm going. We'll just do another minute or two. Right. Then we'll probably call it. Hunter says he wants a lift.
Oh, he does.
Yeah. Okay. But this has felt really good.
Very good.
Alright, I'm cool with that.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. Oh, good.